Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net on Wednesday the 26th of November. This is your look ahead video. Don't forget you can subscribe to us on YouTube to get notification of when these videos are updated, and also you can view them as well through the website weatherweb.net. Now you'll know that for some time we've been talking about cooler weather arriving at the beginning part of December, and it certainly looks as if that's going to be the case. GFS not picking up on it so much. This is from weatheronline.co.uk. Times of these charts up there, look in the top right hand corner. As I move this forward, you'll notice how we go into this warm southeasterly look heading into Friday and into Saturday as well. The source air actually coming in off Africa, so some really mild air ahead. Then into the weekend, the flow turns more into a southeasterly, brings us some fog probably through Saturday and into Sunday as well. Some pretty dense fog, I fancy, across parts of Wales, the Midlands, Northern England, southern Scotland and parts of Ireland. That continues into the early part of next week, into Monday. And then we find a front moving its way eastwards into Tuesday. Now, both the GFS and also the ECMWF and the Canadian all going for that idea of the cold front clearing through during Tuesday. That basically clears out the fog, but it brings in colder air from the west. And if you just look at the source region of that colder air, look, it's coming in from the far northeastern parts of Canada. So some pretty cool weather coming in as this ridge builds in the Atlantic. Now after that, just watch what happens with the GFS. It tries to build the high through next week, but essentially it just keeps us in a mild west to southwesterly. This is the end of next week, and this is then into the following week. Look, still the southwesterly there. Yes, it tries to push troughs eastwards, but effectively with that wind coming in from a west or southwesterly direction, temperatures are near normal, perhaps just a little bit below for the time of year. But I don't think this is what's going to happen. I think probably the ECMWF has it. Let's just go through these charts. These are in 24-hour steps, and the time is up here, top right-hand corner. So this is the analysis chart for that's the analysis chart for last night. You'll notice there, look, what I want you to watch are these troughs that come into the Atlantic here, because if we just knock it on forwards, there's tonight, so that's midnight, overnight tonight. There's midnight going into Friday, and notice this trough here. This is pumping warm air north here, building this ridge all the time. And you notice here, look, these orange colours in the Mediterranean here, they're pumping northwards. That ridge is just constantly building. There's the chart midnight on the 29th. So this is going to Saturday. And look, that trough has become a cut-off feature down here. The split jet I was talking about, one bit there, one bit coming down here, and the split jet is in place. Then we find that as a cut-off low over Iberia, not bringing some very nice conditions down there. But notice the ridge now built through the UK. We've got two parts of this ridge. We've got a part in the Atlantic, and we've got a part here over the east of Europe. The two linking together, you'll notice, and watch what happens. Our low stays to the south, the ridge links through. This is Tuesday, and our cold front on Tuesday is in here, moving its way southeastwards as we've just seen. And then watch, high pressure gets in from the Atlantic, builds over the British Isles. Now the source region here is warmer air going in over the top. There is cooler air here on the southern side of it coming in across southern parts of the country. But I think what's going to happen here towards the end of next week, this is the 4th, is things start to fog up under this area of high pressure. But then what we find happening is that as that high itself becomes a stable feature across the UK for a few days, cooler air then plunges into Eastern Europe. It makes its way around the southern side of the high, and all the time southern England, Wales, or rather the whole of England, Wales and Ireland are cooling down. Now watch this trough up here, because in 24 hours time it's cross look northern parts of the country. The trough has been pulled southeastwards. This is now colder source air coming in from the pole, and that has all the signs of some snow over the Scottish mountains. And it'll be interesting to see what happens to this, because if this does pull eastwards here, this ridge pulls up here, look, still getting troughs going around the north of the ridge here, but the pattern that we could find ourselves in is that as these troughs pump down into Central Europe, low pressure forms in here, this ridge builds out towards the west, and we get ourselves in quite a strong and a cold north to northeasterly for a time, perhaps from around the 8th, 9th of December, perhaps through to 13th or 14th of December. It's something to watch carefully. And in fact, the CFS came up with quite a cold one as well on the latest weeklies. This is the week 1 forecast. Let me just get a little bit closer in for you. This is the week 1 forecast, so this is this week. There's our high look, here's our trough out towards the west, east-southeasterly flow coming in across the country, more unsettled conditions off towards the western areas. Week 2 look maintains the anticyclone off towards the east, the higher than normal heights, keeps the trough southern and western parts of the country, brings in an east to southeasterly flow. That's early December. Now then, temperatures for early December looking like this. I'm going to have to zoom in a fair bit on this one for you. Let me just get that there. There we go. Week 1 temperatures across the UK, near normal, a little bit cooler across the south, generally above normal towards the north. Week 2 look, green colours in play, cooler than normal conditions. Now, week 3, week 4, what have they got on? Well, they're showing us week 3 and week 4, still keeping the high off towards the east, trough getting closer in, so it actually warms things up a little bit as the winds kind of meander between southeast and southerly. And then week 4 looks like this, the high still out towards the east, the trough out towards the west. There's our southeasterly trying to get in again, and we've got this battle taking place in temperatures because they're just really going to be jumping all over the place dependent on wind direction. But it's not desperately cold. I stress again, we're not talking desperately cold. Look, temperatures coming back up, it predicts, during week 3, and for week 4 it has milder than normal temperatures on there as well. I don't think it's going to be as mild as the CFS is suggesting there. I think cooler conditions are of the order, but I think what we'll find is that early part of December is cool, may get a hit of cold for a couple of days. Then we find that things do tend to pick up a bit mid-month, and I think we go back to near normal, and it really is critically dependent on wind direction. But then I'm still watching for the very end of the month as turning colder once again. We need to watch for strato warming predictions over the next few days for the middle part of December to see if another event kicks off. Okay, phew, lots to be going on with there. Hopefully that's proved useful for you, and hopefully you can see the reasons behind my thinking with these forecasts. But I'll leave you that for now. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Whatever you're doing, have a great day. Don't forget you can purchase our wonderful DVDs and books online. They're ideal Christmas presents, and you can do that now. We've got still a few in stock, so if you order in the next few days, then we'll get them dispatched, and you'll have them in plenty of time for Christmas. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.